On an ordinary day, the familiar hum of travel at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport was suddenly shattered, transforming a routine morning into a moment of uncertainty and tension. It all began with a single alarming statement broadcast aboard an aircraft, a message that instantly changed the atmosphere from calm anticipation to anxious alertness. Within moments, a full-scale security alert was triggered. Flights were grounded, departure boards flashed with delays, and thousands of travelers found themselves stranded, their journeys abruptly put on hold. This was no ordinary drill. This was a real-world test of the intricate safety systems designed to protect millions of passengers and staff who rely on the airport every day. The airport's usual calm gave way to a coordinated crisis response. Authorities ordered an immediate ground stop, freezing all aircraft movement both on the ground and in the air. 2 of the airport's 3 runways were swiftly shut down, isolating the potential danger and creating a secure perimeter for law enforcement and emergency teams to operate safely. In those tense moments, the safety of every person, passenger, crew, and staff, became the singular focus, overriding the complex choreography and tight schedules of a major international hub. The domino effect was immediate and far-reaching. Planes circled anxiously above, flights were diverted to other airports, and travelers waited in terminals, uncertain and anxious for updates. The response was a massive, coordinated effort, drawing together local police, state troopers, TSA agents, and federal authorities. Each agency played a critical role, guided by established emergency procedures honed through years of training. The goal was clear: contain the situation, neutralize any threat, and ensure that no harm came to anyone within the airport's vast perimeter. Only after every precaution was taken and every threat assessed did the process of restoring order begin. Gates reopened, passengers were cleared to board, and the control tower slowly resumed its orchestration of flights. The SeaTac shutdown was a dramatic reminder of the immense responsibility shouldered by the aviation industry, a responsibility to protect, to respond, and to restore normalcy, no matter how unexpected the crisis. Airport security today is shaped by hard lessons from past tragedies. Every checkpoint, every procedure, and every uniformed officer you see is a direct response to incidents that have threatened the safety of travelers worldwide. Events like 9/11 transformed aviation safety forever, leading to the creation of the TSA and a wave of global security enhancements. Airports around the world adopted stricter measures, recognizing that threats can come from anywhere, at any time. Even a small threat now triggers a massive, coordinated response, because history has shown the devastating cost of complacency. Authorities act swiftly, knowing that every second counts when it comes to protecting lives. Incidents ranging from hijackings to bombings in the 20th century led to the introduction of the first metal detectors and baggage screening systems. These early innovations marked the beginning of a new era in aviation security. These precedents built the foundation for today's advanced protocols and relentless vigilance. Modern technology, from surveillance cameras to biometric scanners, is now standard in airports worldwide. Every airline employee is trained to recognize and report suspicious behavior, following strict procedures without hesitation. Their constant awareness and quick action are crucial in preventing potential threats before they escalate. The SeaTac incident is a direct result of this vigilance. No threat is ever ignored, no matter how minor it may seem. This proactive approach keeps millions of passengers safe every year. Delays and cancellations are a small price to pay for safety. The system is working exactly as designed. While inconvenient, these measures ensure that every risk is thoroughly assessed before flights resume. The memory of past events drives continuous improvement, inspiring new training, better technology, and stronger international cooperation, all to ensure every journey begins and ends safely, no matter where you are in the world. The crisis began quietly aboard Alaska Airlines Flight 2123, a routine journey that would soon become anything but ordinary. The aircraft was preparing to depart from Seattle, bound for the small city of Walla Walla, with passengers settling into their seats, unaware of the drama about to unfold. As the plane taxied toward the runway, a passenger suddenly made a bomb threat, an alarming declaration that was immediately treated with the utmost seriousness by everyone on board. In today's world, there's absolutely no room for jokes or false alarms about security. Every threat, no matter how unlikely, must be handled as if it's real. The flight crew acted swiftly and professionally, immediately notifying the captain. The captain, in turn, alerted air traffic control, setting a series of emergency protocols in motion without delay. The aircraft, carrying 68 passengers and 4 crew members, was directed to a remote and secure area of the airport, effectively isolating the potential threat from the busy terminal and other aircraft. This standard safety procedure allowed authorities to manage the situation in a controlled environment, keeping everyone else at the airport out of harm's way. Passengers and crew deplaned calmly, following instructions, and were transported back to the terminal for care, support, and thorough rescreening to ensure everyone's safety. The crew's professionalism and training prevented panic, maintaining order, and ensuring that everyone remained safe and reassured during a tense and uncertain time. The top priority was clear: secure the people first, then thoroughly investigate the nature of the threat to determine the next steps. Thanks to the methodical and coordinated response, the disruption was contained, minimizing risk and setting the stage for a detailed investigation into the incident. The flight attendants' quick action was crucial. They recognized the gravity of the threat and discreetly alerted the pilots. Their calm professionalism kept panic at bay, even as emergency vehicles approached. Passengers, though anxious, cooperated fully, following instructions for a safe evacuation. Back in the terminal, airline staff provided support, rebooking, and essentials for the affected travelers. "Our priority is taking care of our guests," an airline spokesperson said, highlighting the importance of passenger care in crisis. Airport employees managed crowds, answered questions, and worked tirelessly to restore order. Their patience and professionalism were tested, but they helped keep operations running. These frontline workers are the unsung heroes of any airport disruption. Their efforts ensured the crisis was handled with minimal chaos. Once the threat was reported, SeaTac transformed into a tightly controlled security zone. The Emergency Operations Center was activated, uniting airport, law enforcement, and federal leaders. A ground stop paused all departures, and 2 runways were closed to create a buffer around the isolated plane. This allowed emergency responders unrestricted access and kept other flights safely away. Law enforcement, including Port of Seattle Police and the FBI, established a secure perimeter and unified command. Their collaboration ensured the situation was handled efficiently, from securing the suspect to clearing the aircraft. Throughout the lockdown, the airport used social media and its website to keep the public informed. "Safety and security are our top priorities," said a Port of Seattle spokesperson. Transparent communication helped manage public anxiety and demonstrated a commitment to safety. The SeaTac lockdown sent shockwaves through the national aviation system. About 400 flights were delayed, affecting tens of thousands of passengers. Some flights were canceled or diverted, creating logistical headaches for airlines and travelers. The financial and operational costs were significant, but the greatest impact was on stranded passengers. Even after the ground stop was lifted, delays rippled through the system for hours. Airlines and controllers worked to untangle the backlog, highlighting the network's sensitivity to disruption. The incident was a real-world lesson in how a single threat can affect air travel nationwide. With passengers and crew safe, the focus shifted to investigating the threat. Bomb disposal units and K-9 teams meticulously searched the aircraft and luggage. Every corner was checked, no explosives were found, and the threat was declared not credible. Meanwhile, the suspect was taken into custody and handed to the FBI for questioning. Investigators interviewed crew and passengers to clarify what was said and why. The seamless collaboration between local police and federal agents ensured a thorough response. "We take all threats to aviation security seriously," the FBI stated. The swift arrest and careful search demonstrated the effectiveness of established protocols. The operation balanced safety, evidence gathering, and a rapid return to normalcy. The system worked as intended, resolving the crisis with professionalism. With the crisis over, the legal process began for the suspect. Making a false bomb threat is a serious federal crime. Federal prosecutors will decide on charges, which could mean heavy fines and prison time. For the airport and airlines, recovery was a logistical challenge, rerouting planes, rescheduling crews, and assisting thousands of passengers. The incident tested the system's resilience and exposed areas for improvement. It's a stark reminder: careless words can trigger massive disruption and fear. Security protocols exist for a reason, and every traveler shares responsibility for safety. Officials hope this event encourages greater mindfulness among passengers. The safe resolution reinforced public confidence in aviation security. The industry's commitment to safety was proven in real time. The SeaTac shutdown is a case study in the unseen shield protecting air travel. This shield is built from protocols, training, and vigilance at every level. The incident proved the strength of the security chain, from flight crew to law enforcement. Afterward, experts will review every decision to refine emergency plans for the future. For travelers, the lesson is clear: be patient, responsible, and alert. A single careless remark can have real-world consequences for thousands. Shared responsibility for safety is as vital as any technology. The day the airport stood still was a demonstration of the system's success. The unseen shield held strong, allowing millions to travel with confidence.